Howdy, this is your future Houston chiropractor, Tristan Witt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas. And today I'm joined with Jared. This is Jared's third visit here at Advanced Chiropractic Relief, and he's coming all the way from Southern California. Jared is an IT guy, so he works a lot with the computer, which, again, a lot of the society is doing these days. So he's coming in with a lot of neck and lower back pain. He's also getting some of the radicular symptoms down his right leg. Now, we already checked his posture and everything this morning, and something that I kind of wanted to talk about today is the brain-body connection. So something that we've been talking with Jared too about this morning is, because he's been dealing with this for a long time, it's chronic, it's been over a 3-month-long period that you've been dealing with these symptoms, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
He's told himself that in certain situations, my spine and my back are going to hurt and it's going to cause these symptoms. So like you said, with the sitting in certain positions, you kind of tell yourself that I already know that this is going to hurt myself. But what we've tried to train him this morning is that we want to do positive reinforcement. I am healed, I am healed, I am healed. I can do these things. These are not going to hurt me. It is a very important thing in this healing process that we start to understand. Our brain adapts to how we think. And so if we're thinking negative and we're thinking negative neuroplasticity all the time, that's going to be a result of what our body remembers. And so we want to always tell ourselves, I am healed, I can sit, I can do those things without being in pain. So let's show him how we did that this morning, okay?
Sounds good.
So I already wrote out all his posture findings down, but we're going to show you just for the video here. So if you stand in front of the mirror, just flex that head forwards and backwards for me, Jared. Why don't you share a little bit about your experiences last night? How'd you feel last night going home? Back to the hotel, I mean. Didn't go all the way to California last night.
Felt better than I felt in quite some time,
Good.
to be completely honest with you.
Yep. And you said you've worked on this sitting. You noticed that it took a little bit longer for the symptoms to start to arise.
Yeah.
Which are all positive things. We want to see less frequency and less severity after every single adjustment. And so we're going to show them how we did that on the decompression table first this morning. No better way to start your day than with a ring dinger. And as y'all can see, Dr. Johnson has a front row seat too.
Yeah.
My Jedi Master, my coach over here. Riding the roller coaster early today, huh?
Well, I just want to clarify one issue for our fans who are watching this. We're not putting patients in a risky position by telling them about negative
Get those out there quick. Sorry about that, Jared.
neuroplastic thought processes. We know biomechanically and functionally from doing our history and exam and adjusting on him
Move your left big toe. Good.
that he is biomechanically and neurophysiologically able to sit and able to do certain activities. So we're not just basing that on our perception of the mind.
No. That's the
These
science.
are the science of what we do with the history and exam and adjusting
Tilt right for you, Jared.
shows us that he is capable of actually performing those physical activities.
Smooth as butter.
And we just wanted to encourage him to also think in that same way, because your mind-body connection is very powerful.
Yes, sir.
I just didn't want people to think we're just doing mind games with people all the time.
But how we think is important in how we function. So
Yeah.
we want to tell ourselves, I am healed, I am healed, I am healed.
Yeah.
Did you feel that one all the way down, Jared?
I'd say about 3/4 of the way.
Okay, good.
Ooh, that was better than the first time.
Make it easier. Like going to the gym, the first time you go and work out real hard, it's not going to feel real great the next day or the next day, but after you get going for a while, that soreness wears off and you feel a lot better. Good. Even this morning. That
Yeah,
right,
see, his pelvis didn't raise up at all.
that right gets a little bit short as I bring him up, but his pelvis doesn't raise at all. Did that tighten up at all, Jared?
Not as much as it did yesterday.
Good. And again, those are all objective signs showing that what we do is working. Alright, so I'm gonna start on that right hand side since it went a little short.
Director.
I am directing.
Sacrum. Good. Now L5, we've been getting a lot of movement right here because this is one of his primary complaints, primary subluxations here. Deep breath in for me, Jared. All the way out.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
man.
That's a deep one. I'm gonna let that one settle for just a second there for you. Good. Yep. Oh yeah. Last one here, Jared. Deep breath in for me. All the way out. Oh yeah, that one too. Home run, all the way up. Still even here, and they stay even. Does that feel easier than that first time, Jared?
Yeah,
Good.
it does.
You see, those are objective findings that tell us that his improvement is functional.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Noisy all the way up today.
That's why we do pre and post exams on you.
Yes, sir. You can feel your head popping up on this one now, Jared. I'm gonna reinforce his cervical lordosis in his cervical spine. Good. Face up for me now. Can you just scoot towards me about half an inch or so? Perfect. Get your head back over your shoulders here. This is also one of Jared's main issues here, like with a lot of people, that forward head posture. That puts stress all the way down the spine. Makes your muscles and ligaments have to hold you up as opposed to those joints in your spine. You just scoot towards me another half inch. Down. Perfect. Good. Relax those hands right there for me now. Hands on your belly for me right here. Good. And decompression from the lower end. Oh yeah. You should have felt that from your knee all the way up into your low back.
Yes, sir.
Good. Deep breath in for me, Jared. Oh yeah. All right. Sit you up and face me now. Good. One question I am going to ask you, Jared, is how would you compare today's visit to Dr. Johnson's yesterday? I know I've already worked on you once yesterday, but I know the crack addicts want to hear because you're coming all the way from Southern California to get work done by Dr. Johnson, but
If I couldn't hear, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
that's what I tell a lot of patients. If you close your eyes long enough and don't listen to me, you're going to think it's Dr. Johnson working on you. Good.
Yeah, ain't nothing gentle about either of you, and I'd say that's a good thing.
Oh, absolutely. No pain, no gain, right? Nice. Relax that shoulder for me. Perfect. So would you say the quality of care that you've received from myself and from Dr. Johnson has been equivocal or the same?
Yeah?
Good.
Yeah, I would.
Yep. Crack addicts don't love you. All right. Stand you up now and shoot you. We're still in Houston, so gotta shoot you. Take one step to your left for me, Jared. Perfect. Flex that head forward and backwards. Feel like you can breathe a little easier now?
Yeah.
Look where we got that head now.
What?
We're not out here over here in front of your clavicle. We got it
That's huge.
back here over your shoulder. It's exactly what we want. Now I'm gonna put you into a little bit of flexion, but just so I can stretch these paraspinal muscles out. Bounce these muscle spindles. Good. All right, now let's show them that homework. Shoulders up and back. Good, chin straight back. Now look at the wall behind you. And feel a little tap on your atlas there. A little tap on your atlas there. Good, now relax for me, Jerry. Do that same thing where you flex your head forwards and backwards. Should feel a little smoother this time, but you tell me. Feel smoother that time?
Yeah, I feel more balanced.
Yep. So how would you rate that low back pain right now compared to the 5 when you walked in this morning?
I'm gonna go 4 across the board.
Good. So it's reduced again this morning, which is a great sign. I want you to keep track though over the day as you're doing your exercises and you sit and you start to notice those symptoms. Keep note of the frequency and severity of those so we can keep seeing those improvements over the week while you're here.
And
right?
track everything, yeah.
Track
But I
all
want
those
you
things.
noticing the symptoms are a lot better when
Yep.
you do the activities that
Yep.
you've been
So don't
avoiding.
Avoiding completely, yeah.
So don't think about it in that negative mindset of I can't do this. I'm going to do this and I'm going to see how long before these symptoms arise, but this isn't a painful thing, this isn't a negative thing, those things arise. But just keep track of the frequency and severity and tell yourself it's not killing me, all right?
Yeah,
All
can
right.
do.
We
Appreciate
wouldn't
you,
be
sir.
we wouldn't be advising you to do these activities if
didn't know it
we
would help.
didn't know that it was safe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So everything we do in here is a purpose, so.
You know, the medical establishment had you believing, basically, that you had to have spine surgery, that was your only answer.
Yeah, the medical establishment hasn't done one thing for me in a year of being like this.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the
Well,
funny
that's the
thing.
first thing you communicated to us on their history yesterday, was how disappointed you were with the medical care you've received so far, and they weren't giving you answers.
Especially when it's mandatory. That's money out of my paycheck, you know, every 2 weeks. It's
And
crazy.
it wasn't helping you. In
Doing
fact, it
nothing.
was causing you to become more disabled.
That's
Yeah,
why-
I have a recording of my doctor. I won't mention, you know, her name or anything, but telling me that this is just how you're going to be from now on. You got to get used to it.
And see, that'll put a patient into that negative mindset of, I guess I'm not gonna get healed because this is what a doctor is telling me.
Yeah.
And so that's
It's
unfortunate that
sad.
those circumstances arise, because that's not how we should go about living our lives, thinking I'm never gonna be healed, and that's what we're preaching here in this office, so.
They just want to get me off the phone as quickly as they can.
Well, and big shout out to your boss too for giving you this time to come down here and get adjusted for the twice a day for the
Yeah,
3 days,
one more
so.
time, Jason Barnes. I would have never heard about this if it wasn't for you, my guy.
Absolutely. Shout out to you,
Appreciate you.
Jason, all the way to Southern California.
Life-changing referral, Jason.
Absolutely. Well, this is your future Houston chiropractor, Tristan Witt, coming to you from Advanced Chiropractic Relief in Houston, Texas, with Jared from Southern California, and we'll see y'all soon.